Welcome back to N.A.P.S. Not All People Are Safe. I'm Danielle, and today we're breaking down Lori Jones's ongoing DCS case in Indiana. Lori lost custody of her children back in January after neglect charges were filed. Since then, no changes have been made to visitation, and no motion has been filed to reunify. Let's talk about how reunification usually works, and why her public lifestyle choices, like her admitted THC use, may be slowing things down. As always, please remember I am not an attorney. This video does not constitute legal advice. How does reunification normally work? Usual steps toward reunification: case plan creation. When kids are removed, DCS sets out a reunification plan. Parenting classes, therapy, drug alcohol treatment, stable housing, employment, etc. Visitation progression. Supervised visits at first. If the parent complies, these can increase to unsupervised and eventually overnight visits. Court reviews. The court reviews progress every 3 to 6 months. DCS reports on whether the parent is participating in services and whether risks to the children are being reduced. Trial home visit. If the parent is compliant, children can return home under DCS monitoring before the case is closed. Now let's talk about why Lori Jones hasn't seen any movement toward reunification, even months later. Lori has been charged with criminal neglect. Pending criminal cases often stall DCS reunification because the court is waiting for resolution and because criminal charges suggest serious ongoing safety risks. Lack of compliance with services. If Lori hasn't completed counseling, substance evaluations, or parenting classes, DCS won't recommend increased visitation. If there are visitation issues such as missed visits, inconsistent behavior, or inappropriate conduct during visits, can all freeze progress, as well as unresolved safety concerns. Housing instability, lack of income, or ongoing legal problems can all keep children in foster care. However, under the permanency timeline, which is a federal law, this pushes for permanency decisions within 12 to 15 months of removal. If Lori doesn't make progress soon, the goal could shift from reunification to termination of parental rights. Lori is openly vocal online about using THC and Delta-8 products. While Indiana courts have said marijuana use alone isn't enough for DCS action, when paired with criminal neglect charges and an open DCS case, it becomes part of a bigger picture of risk and instability. DCS policy is clear. Drug screens and use cannot, by themselves, terminate parental rights, but they absolutely can be used to restrict visitation or delay reunification if child safety concerns are tied to the behavior. If Lori hasn't completed counseling, treatment, or parenting classes, or if she continues to use substances instead, DCS has no reason to recommend reunification. Courts will weigh whether Lori's THC Delta-8 use impacts her ability to supervise or care for her children safely. Even if these products are legal alternatives in some states, Indiana has not legalized marijuana, and judges view parental use with caution. So while Lori Jones's case may look stalled, the reasons are clear: open neglect charges, questionable compliance with her case plan, and her own very public admissions of ongoing THC and Delta-8 use. Even if marijuana use by itself isn't always enough to bring DCS in, when combined with neglect charges and child safety concerns, it makes reunification far less likely. As always, remember, this is general legal information, not legal advice. If you're dealing with DCS or have questions regarding a case, please contact an attorney in your state. Thank you for tuning in to N.A.P.S. Legality. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And as always, stay informed, stay safe, and remember, not all people are safe.